Thanks for joining us here. Well, Pride Month is almost over, and this month we have been featuring all sorts of different stories related to Pride Month and what you can do as an ally for the community and whatnot. And right now we have here a segment related to body image, something that sometimes the community struggles with. We have Dr. Elizabeth Wassenaar here from the Eating Recovery Center. So tell us, what does it mean really, body image, and how can it impact someone?
Absolutely. So all of us have body image. We have experience of being in our body and what that's like. And it is very common that all of us have days where our experience of being in our body is more difficult. We live in an environment where the culture tells us we need to look a certain way or be a certain size. And so it's very common that we become judgmental of ourselves. And especially if our body or our presentation doesn't fit into what we think society wants us to be. And so in the summer, that can be more difficult because we have more experiences where we are in less clothes, more outside, more social. So it's something that comes up more in the summer.
Yeah, and when you say, there's so much in this world right now that impacts our mental health, the way that we view ourselves, social media especially, and just comparison. It's not a fun game, but it's something that I think all of us sort of fight, right?
Absolutely. It is part of our every single day. And with social media and all of the sort of images and messages that we get from all of the different outlets, it's impossible to get away from. And it's important to know that you don't have to stay in a place of feeling negative about your body or avoid doing things that you like because you don't feel comfortable in your body. It's so important that we are able to live the lives that we want to live and to have fun, and especially in the summer when it's so hot and we can get outside and do things. And I would hate that anybody makes a decision to avoid doing something they like to do because they feel like their body isn't acceptable.
So, for someone who struggles with body image, which is pretty much everyone, right, at some point in their lives, when you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror, maybe what are some steps that you could do that you have a positive mindset for the day, that you can look at yourself and say, I am beautiful, I love the way I look?
That would be great. And I would love that for everybody, that they can have that much positivity. But we know that it can take a lot of energy to shift from a culture of judgment and feeling negative about your body to a place of feeling positive. So what I advise is that we take time to practice body neutrality, which means that we acknowledge and recognize our body for being able to do the things that it does for us. I'm so glad that my arms are strong enough to swim. I'm so glad that my legs are strong enough to hike. And acknowledge that your body is doing things you want to do in it, and that you have maybe gratitude for it. It can take some time before you can feel positive about your body. And if you're there, great. I am right there behind you. But if you're not there yet, that's okay. You can still practice neutrality and do things you enjoy.
Yeah, and ultimately our bodies are vessels for the things that we love in this world, right? And so it's so sad that we take our, look at ourselves and sometimes we don't appreciate it.
It is. We have this one precious life, and these bodies are the vessels we have to carry us through. And I think that it is so important that we use these bodies and enjoy the days that we have, do things we love, be with people that we love, encourage the people you love to respect your boundaries around how you feel in your body and what kind of comments they might make. Buy clothes that allow you to do things you like to do in your body so that you can enjoy your life.
Yeah, and in a way too, maybe our circles too, right? Like our group of friends, and making sure that you're around people that, love you as much as you love yourself or more, right?
Yes.
That's kind of the goal.
Absolutely. It's so important. And, it's so important to have direct conversations with our friends, with our loved ones. Sometimes those conversations can be hard. It can be a simple, I don't appreciate you saying anything about my body. To a conversation with your friends to say, we're going to build each other up. We're going to acknowledge that we are here in our bodies enjoying these things, and we're not going to say negative things about ourselves or about each other. So it's important to build a community of body neutrality or body positivity around you so that you can practice those experiences with yourself.
So when someone is, doing all of the right steps and still struggling, right, with body image, what would be those next, maybe more advanced steps to take? Maybe seeking someone out?
Yeah, it is really important to notice when you've tried all of these things and you are still stuck in a funk, you can't get out and do the things that you like to do, or it's becoming negatively impactful on the rest of your life. So those are the times where it is good to seek out potentially professional help and talk to a therapist or a counselor, talk to a dietitian or your physician or provider to see if you might have symptoms that are more indicative of actually a more serious mental illness, or if there is a targeted psychotherapeutic intervention that could actually be helpful for you as you work through learning how to live in your body.
Yeah, and ultimately, I think you're right. It's a balance, right? Because I think we all struggle with sometimes negative thoughts about ourselves, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and then ultimately it's when do you take that step?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And if you're not sure, I know that there are many resources where people would love to be able to help you. At my facility, Eating Recovery Center, we have intake workers and professional support groups to support people with figuring out if this is something I need more help with, or providing a positive atmosphere and positive support if you don't have those people around you right now.
I imagine it's really rewarding when you work with a client, for instance, around body image, and they come in and maybe they look at themselves in a way that the world doesn't see themselves at all, and you can kind of merge it a little bit.
It's so rewarding. It's one of my favorite parts of my job is working with people from a place where they want to retreat from the world to a place where they want to take their place in the world and go out and live their lives. And they may not even need to see me anymore because they're so busy living their lives and enjoying the life and the body that they have.
I'm sure you want to see them, but ultimately
Yes.
it's probably best, right, for
Yeah.
one day to be able to have the tools in their toolkit to do it themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. We'll be back here right after the break.